Alright, viewers, welcome to another Sport Time with Global Entertainment News, where we give you the update that happens around the world of sports. I still remain your host, Ogu Stephen. Alright, moving on to our headline for you today. Mbappe leading Real Madrid's comeback charge against Arsenal. Kylian Mbappe joined Real Madrid in search of Champions League glory, hoping to be on the right side, exactly the kind of magical night they need against Arsenal on Wednesday if they are to progress to the semi-finals. The Gunners lead 3-0 after dismantling the holders in London last week in the quarter-final first leg, leaving Madrid craving the sort of dramatic comeback in 15-time winner are renowned for. Running from the three goals defeat would be a step forward than anything Los Blancos have managed so far, but that is precisely why they tried to lure Mbappe to the club for years. The French superstar explosive edge gives Madrid hope of achieving that appears by the borderline impossible. If course we can, said Mbappe on his way out of the Emirates last Tuesday, heading to the team bus after Arsenal's stunning victory. Declan Rice struck two sublime free kicks, and Mikel Merino third helped Arteta's side put on the foot on the final four. Well, I think this is actually a very big challenge for um, um, Madrid this time around because it's not going to be an easy one coming back from that 3-0 down lead ahead of them already. But we expect a magical night that day. It's not easy to go into Bernabeu to have a wonderful match, but I expect more from Real Madrid. All right, moving up to our next story. Kane, Bayern needs killer instinct against Inter Milan. Bayern Munich and Harry Kane head to Inter Milan on Wednesday, needing a victory to reach the semi-finals and keep their dream of playing in the Hope Champions League final alive. Inter Milan 2-1 win in Munich put the Italian in the box seat to reach the Champions League semi-final for the second time in 3 years. Despite a bulging injury list, Bayern had enough chance to win the first leg but failed to make their dominance show in the score sheet. It has been a familiar story recently for the German giants and the particular star striker Kane. With 25 minutes gone, Kane hit the outside of the post from just 5 meters out of in, with only Inter keeper Jan Sommer to beat. Well, I think this encounter is going to be a very big match also. It's going to be it's going to be a good encounter, seeing Bayern Munich losing at home to Inter Milan in the first leg, and we know Inter to be a very strong side when it comes to defending. Uh, I hope, and we are hoping actually that Inter is going to go there to keep that clean sheet to be able to qualify for the next round. All right, moving up. Arsenal targets Champions League glory to save season. Arsenal faced Real Madrid on Wednesday with one foot already in the Champions League semi-final, but with added pressure of knowing the entire season hinged on the result of the Bernabeu. Mikel Arteta men last week demolished the defending champions 3-0 in the first leg in the quarter-final in London, are favourites to reach the last four of the European top club. Wow. As well know, we know that it's not going to be an easy encounter for Arsenal as the Bernabeu. Going there is like going to Lions Den, I tell you. We expect a good match and a wonderful one for us to watch. All right, moving up to our next story we have for you today. Hooliganism. NPFL fined Nasarawa United 6 million naira, banished team to Gombe. The Nigerian Premier League Football League (NPFL) yesterday fined Nasarawa United a 6 million naira ban and banished the team to Gombe as punishment for their fans' unruly behaviour during their Week 33 game against Plateau United at the Lafia Township Stadium over the weekend. The NPFL said the sanction followed confirmed reports of an assault on the Plateau United player Vincent Temitope and an attempt to harass match officials. The NPFL cited Nasarawa United for breach of rules B13 section 5(2) to B13 section 22 C9 and C11 in the 4-count charge. For failure to provide adequate security, the NPF fined the club 1 million naira, another 1 million naira for failure of ensure proper conduct in their supporters in violation of the rule C9, and 1 million naira for medical expenses for Vincent Temitope, who was assaulted in breach of rule C11. Well, in this case where we have things like this, I think the Nigerian Football Federation needs to really secure players to avoid so many things like this from happening. All right, well, so many games came up on Monday, Sunday, and Saturday last weekend. We have just few results for you today. The Premier League, we saw Bournemouth against Fulham, the 1-0 lead for Bournemouth. The CRA, we saw Napoli edging Empoli in that encounter 3-0. And in La Liga, we saw Atletico Madrid thrashing Valladolid 4-2. Moving up to Sunday matches where we saw Newcastle thrashing Manchester United in that encounter. We saw Chelsea having a 2-2 draw against Ipswich. Liverpool edging West Ham 2-1. That let's go with Van Dijk. Wolfsburg edging Tottenham Hotspur 4-2 in that encounter. In the Bundesliga, we saw Frankfurt edging Hoffenheim 3-0, while Stuttgart lose to Werder Bremen 2-1. Alright, moving straight to Serie A, where we saw Lazio having a 1-1 draw against Roma. Como edging Torino 1-0 in that encounter. Then we saw Fiorentina having a goalless draw against Parma. Verona also a goalless draw against Genoa. Atlanta edging Bologna 2-0 in that encounter. In the La Liga, we saw Atletico Bilbao edging Rayo Vallecano 3-1. Betis losing to Villarreal 2-1 at home. Then we saw Alaves losing to Real Madrid 1-0. Then we saw Osasuna edging Girona 2-1. Moving straight to Sunday features, where we saw in the La Liga, we saw Barca edging Leganés at home 1-0. Celta Vigo losing to Espanyol 2-0. Getafe also losing to Las Palmas at home 3-1. Real Sociedad losing also to Mallorca 2-0. Then Strasbourg having a 2-2 draw against Nice. In League One, we saw Toulouse losing to Lille 2-1. Then Monaco edging Marseille 3-0. Down in the League One, we saw Osla losing to Lyon 3-1. Angers edging Montpellier 2-0. Le Havre losing to Rennes 5-1. Saint-Etienne having a 3-3 draw against Brest. And on Saturday in the English Premier League, we saw Arsenal having a 1-1 draw against Brentford. Brighton having a 2-2 draw against Leicester. Nottingham Forest losing to Everton at home 1-0. Southampton losing to Aston Villa 3-0 in that encounter. Then we saw Man City trashing out Crystal Palace 5-2. And in the Bundesliga, we saw Dortmund having a 2-2 draw against Bayern at home. Odiam edging Mainz 2-0 in that encounter. Austin Kiel also losing to St. Pauli 2-1. We saw Leverkusen having a goalless draw against Union Berlin. Mönchengladbach lost to Freiburg 2-1 in that encounter. Bochum also losing to Augsburg in the Bundesliga 2-1. And in Serie A, we saw Juve edging Lecce 2-1 in that encounter. We saw Inter Milan also trashing Cagliari 3-1 in the encounter. Then Venezia edging Monza 1-0. Alright, so many games coming up in the Champions League. Second leg of the Champions League this week. We're going to be seeing Aston Villa will be hosting PSG. Dortmund will be hosting Barcelona. We saw PSG edging that encounter first leg 3-1 already. Then we're going to be seeing Barcelona edging the encounter of a 4-0 against Dortmund coming into the game. Alright, moving straight to Wednesday's match. Tomorrow we'll be seeing Newcastle in the English Premier League hosting Crystal Palace in their outstanding game. And the Champions League we'll be seeing Inter Milan coming against Bayern Munich. Seeing Bayern edging that, losing in that first leg already 2-1 to Inter Milan. Then we'll be seeing Real Madrid also hosting Arsenal tomorrow. Arsenal edging that encounter 3-0 in the first leg. And in the Europa League, we'll be seeing Atletico Bilbao up against Rangers. Frankfurt will be up against Tottenham Hotspur. Lazio will be up against Bordeaux Claims, while Manchester United will be up against Lyon. And in the Europa Conference League, we'll be seeing Fiorentina hosting CM Celje. Catalonia will be hosting Real Betis. Chelsea will be hosting Lega Warsaw, while having a 3-0 lead in the first leg. Then we'll be seeing Rapid Vienna hosting Jekoja Garden. All right, viewers, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned to Global Entertainment News Sports Time. I still remain that your host, Ogu Stephen. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on all our social media platforms for more news updates on the world of sports. For now, say bye.